Hello, beautiful soul. I want you to know that you've arrived here at exactly the perfect moment. There's something stirring within you, something that brought you to this conversation about money and abundance, and I honor that calling in your heart. You see, money isn't just pieces of paper or numbers in a bank account. Money represents so much more than we've been taught to believe. It represents freedom, choice, security, and yes, even love expressed in the physical world. I know there might be a part of you that feels uncomfortable even thinking about having large amounts of money. Perhaps there's a voice in your head saying things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy, or I don't deserve that much. These thoughts didn't originate with you, darling. They were planted there long ago, and today we're going to gently examine them together and choose something far more beautiful for your life. When I think back to my own journey with money, I can see how much of my struggle came from believing I wasn't worthy of abundance. There was a time when I would look at wealthy people and feel a mixture of admiration and resentment. Part of me wanted what they had, but another part of me judged them for having it. This internal conflict was like trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. I was sending mixed signals to the universe about what I truly wanted. The beautiful truth is that the universe wants to give you everything your heart desires. The universe is abundant beyond measure. Look around you at nature. Trees don't worry about producing too many leaves. The ocean doesn't hold back its waves. Flowers don't apologize for their beauty. Abundance is the natural state of life, and you, my dear one, are part of this magnificent, abundant universe. Today, we're creating a safe space where it's perfectly okay to want financial abundance. It's okay to desire a beautiful home, financial security, the ability to travel, to give generously, to never worry about money again. These desires aren't selfish or shallow. They're natural expressions of your soul wanting to experience all the goodness life has to offer. When you have abundance, you can serve others more fully. When your needs are met, you can focus on your purpose and share your gifts with the world. I want you to take a gentle breath with me right now. As you breathe in the possibility that your relationship with money can be completely transformed. As you breathe out, release any guilt or shame you've been carrying about wanting more. You are worthy of abundance simply because you exist. You don't have to earn your worthiness. You don't have to prove you deserve it. You are inherently deserving of all good things, including financial prosperity. Throughout our time together, we're going to explore the invisible barriers that have been keeping abundance at arm's length. We're going to discover how your thoughts and beliefs create your financial reality, and most importantly, we're going to learn how to align your mind, heart, and energy with the flow of prosperity that's always available to you. This isn't about becoming someone you're not. This is about returning to who you truly are underneath all the conditioning and false beliefs. This is about reclaiming your birthright to abundance and learning to receive the gifts the universe is constantly offering you. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. The biggest obstacle to financial abundance isn't the economy, your education, your background, or your current circumstances. The biggest obstacle is invisible, and it lives in your subconscious mind. These are what we call money blocks, and they're running the show in your financial life whether you realize it or not. Most people go through life completely unaware that their subconscious mind is sabotaging their financial success. They work hard, they try different strategies, they read books and take courses, but somehow money still feels elusive. They might make some progress, but then something happens to bring them back to where they started. This isn't because they're unlucky or because the universe is withholding from them. It's because their subconscious programming is stronger than their conscious desires. Think about how a computer works. You might want your computer to run a certain program, but if there's a virus or corrupted code in the system, it will override your commands. Your subconscious mind works the same way. You might consciously want financial abundance, but if your subconscious is programmed with beliefs like money is the root of all evil or good people struggle with money, those programs will sabotage your efforts every time. These money blocks usually form in childhood, long before we have the ability to question what we're learning. A child who grows up hearing parents fight about money will often develop the unconscious belief that money causes conflict and pain. A child who watches a parent work multiple jobs and still struggle might conclude that financial security is impossible or that you have to sacrifice everything for money. A child who hears that wealthy people are greedy or corrupt might develop the belief that having money makes you a bad person. The challenging part is that these beliefs become so deeply embedded that they feel like truth. They become part of our identity. We don't question them because they've been with us for so long. But here's what I want you to understand. Just because a belief has been with you for a long time doesn't make it true or permanent. Beliefs are simply thoughts you've thought over and over again until they became automatic. And what was learned can be unlearned. Your body holds these money blocks too. When you think about having large amounts of money, notice what happens in your body. Do you feel expansion and excitement, or do you feel contraction and anxiety? Your body's response will tell you everything you need to know about your subconscious programming. If thinking about wealth makes you feel uncomfortable, guilty, or anxious, that's your body signaling that there are beliefs in your system that need to be examined and released. The beautiful news is that becoming aware of these blocks is the first step to dissolving them. Once you can see what's been running in the background, you have the power to choose something different. You can begin to question these old beliefs and ask yourself if they're really true for you now. You can start to notice when these programs are running and gently redirect your thoughts toward what you want to create instead. Let's do a simple exercise right now. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so and think about having $50 million. Notice what comes up for you. Do you feel excited? Do you feel scared? Do you hear voices in your head telling you why this is impossible or inappropriate? Whatever comes up is perfect information. There's no right or wrong response. You're simply gathering data about your current programming so you can begin to shift it. The blocks that surface might include fears about becoming a bad person, worries about how others would treat you, concerns about losing yourself or your values, or beliefs that you couldn't handle that much money responsibly. All of these fears come from conditioning, not from truth. Wealthy people aren't inherently different from anyone else. Money simply amplifies who you already are. If you're a loving, generous person without money, you'll be a loving, generous person with money, just with more resources to express those qualities. Understanding these blocks isn't about judging yourself or feeling bad about having them. Everyone in our society has been programmed with limiting beliefs about money. The difference between those who create financial abundance and those who struggle is simply awareness and willingness to change these patterns. When we begin to understand that money is energy, everything changes. Money isn't separate from the life force that flows through all things. It's not different from the energy that grows flowers, moves the tides, or beats your heart. Money is simply one form of the infinite abundance that surrounds us always. Think about the sun for a moment. The sun doesn't worry about giving too much light or heat. It doesn't hold back its energy because it's concerned about being too generous. The sun simply shines, and everything on earth benefits from its abundance. This is how the universe operates. Abundance is the default setting. Scarcity is the exception, created by resistance and limiting beliefs. When you start to see money as energy, you begin to understand that attracting it follows the same principles as attracting anything else into your life. Energy flows toward appreciation, gratitude, and love. energy moves away from resistance, fear, and judgment. If you want money to flow to you, you need to become a magnet for it by aligning your energy with abundance rather than scarcity. This is why gratitude is so powerful for attracting wealth. When you appreciate what you already have, you're sending a signal to the universe that you're ready to receive more. When you focus on lack and limitation, you're telling the universe to send you more experiences of not having enough. The universe doesn't judge your choices, it simply responds to the energy you're broadcasting. Many people make the mistake of waiting until they have more money to feel grateful and abundant. They think they'll appreciate money once they have it. But this approach works backward. Appreciation and gratitude must come first. You have to feel abundant before abundance can manifest in your physical reality. You have to feel wealthy in your mind and heart before wealth can appear in your bank account. This doesn't mean pretending you have money when you don't or living beyond your means. It means cultivating the feeling of abundance by appreciating all the wealth that already exists in your life. You have the wealth of breath in your lungs, the wealth of a functioning body, the wealth of relationships, the wealth of nature's beauty, the wealth of your unique talents and abilities. When you truly appreciate these forms of abundance, you become magnetic to financial abundance as well. The energy of money responds to the energy of ease and flow, not struggle and force. When you're stressed about money, you're creating resistance that pushes it away. When you're relaxed and trusting about money, you create space for it to flow to you naturally. This is why many people find that money comes more easily when they're not desperately trying to get it. Let's take a moment to practice feeling this flow. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath and allow your body to relax. Now think about something in your life that you're genuinely grateful for. Feel that appreciation in your body. Notice how it creates a sense of expansion and warmth. This is the energy that attracts abundance. This is the frequency of wealth. The more you can cultivate this feeling throughout your day, the more you align yourself with the flow of prosperity. The universe is constantly circulating energy, and money is part of that circulation. When you give, you create space to receive. When you receive, you have more to give. This circulation is natural and healthy. Hoarding money stops the flow, just as hoarding anything else creates stagnation. Generous giving and gracious receiving keep the energy moving and create prosperity for everyone involved. This is why wealthy people often become wealthier. It's not because they're greedy or because the system is rigged in their favor. It's because they understand the flow of energy. They're comfortable with large amounts of money moving through their lives. They're not afraid of spending money because they trust that more will come. They're not afraid of investing because they believe in abundance rather than scarcity. You can begin to practice this flow right now, regardless of your current financial situation. You can practice generosity with whatever you have, whether it's money, time, energy, or attention. You can practice receiving compliments, help, and gifts without deflecting or feeling guilty. You can practice trusting that the universe wants to support you and provide for your needs. Every time you align with flow rather than resistance, you strengthen your ability to attract and maintain financial abundance. Now that you're beginning to feel this natural flow of abundance, it's time to address something that might be the deepest challenge many of us face when it comes to money. It's the question of worthiness. Deep in your heart, do you truly believe you deserve to have financial abundance? Do you believe you're worthy of receiving large amounts of money? This isn't a question your mind can answer quickly. This is something your heart knows, and your heart might have some healing to do. Many beautiful souls carry guilt and shame around the desire for wealth. Perhaps you've been taught that spiritual people shouldn't care about money, or that wanting abundance is somehow selfish or materialistic. Maybe you've heard that suffering is noble, that struggle builds character, or that wanting more than you need is greedy. These teachings have created a split between spirituality and prosperity that doesn't serve anyone. The truth is that poverty doesn't make you more spiritual. Financial struggle doesn't make you a better person. Having less doesn't mean you're more deserving of love or respect. These are false teachings that have kept good-hearted people small and struggling. The universe wants you to prosper. Life wants you to thrive. Your highest self wants you to experience all forms of abundance, including financial wealth. When you prosper, you become a blessing to others. When you have abundance, you can serve more fully. When your needs are met, you can focus on your purpose and gifts rather than survival. There's nothing selfish about wanting financial freedom. There's nothing wrong with desiring a beautiful home, wonderful experiences, or the ability to be generous with others. These desires come from your soul's knowing that you're meant to live fully and joyfully. If you're carrying guilt about wanting money, it's time to release that burden. You don't need to apologize for your desires. You don't need to make yourself small to make others comfortable. You don't need to struggle to prove your worth. Your worth was established the moment you were born. You are inherently deserving of all good things simply because you exist. Let's take a moment to address any shame you might be carrying about past financial decisions. Perhaps you've made choices with money that you regret. Maybe you've been in debt, made poor investments, or spent money in ways that didn't serve you. It's time to forgive yourself for these experiences. Every choice you made was the best you could do with the awareness you had at the time. You were learning, growing, and doing your best with the tools and knowledge you possessed. Holding on to regret and self-judgment about money keeps you stuck in patterns of lack and struggle. When you forgive yourself for past financial mistakes, you free yourself to make different choices now. When you release the shame, you create space for wisdom and prosperity to enter your life. Self-forgiveness isn't about pretending past choices didn't matter. It's about learning from those experiences without punishing yourself indefinitely. Place your hand on your heart and say these words with me. I forgive myself for any choices I've made with money that didn't serve my highest good. I was doing my best with what I knew at the time. I release all shame and guilt about my financial past. I am worthy of abundance now and always. Feel these words in your body. Let them sink into your heart. This forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, and it opens the door to a completely new relationship with prosperity. Your relationship with money is really your relationship with yourself. How you treat money reflects how you treat yourself. If you're critical and harsh about financial decisions, you're probably critical and harsh with yourself in other areas too. If you believe you don't deserve financial abundance, you probably struggle to receive love, compliments, and support in other forms as well. True wealth consciousness begins with self-love. When you truly love and value yourself, you naturally want what's best for yourself, including financial prosperity. When you see yourself as precious and deserving, you make choices that honor and support your well-being. When you treat yourself with kindness and respect, you create an energy that attracts people and opportunities that treat you the same way. Self-love isn't narcissistic or selfish. Self-love is recognizing that you're a unique expression of life itself, and that expression deserves to be nurtured, supported, and celebrated. You wouldn't tell a flower it doesn't deserve sunlight and water. You wouldn't tell a bird it doesn't deserve to fly. Yet somehow we've been taught to tell ourselves we don't deserve abundance and joy. Today, choose to see yourself through the eyes of love. See yourself as the universe sees you, as a magnificent being worthy of all good things. When you look in the mirror, practice speaking to yourself with the same kindness you would show a beloved friend. When you make financial decisions, ask yourself what choice would honor and support the person you're becoming. The words you speak about money are creating your financial reality moment by moment. Language is incredibly powerful. Your words are not just sounds that disappear into the air. They're vibrations that shape your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Every time you speak, you're either moving toward abundance or away from it. Every word is either supporting your prosperity or undermining it. Listen to how you talk about money throughout your day. Do you say things like, I can't afford it, or money doesn't grow on trees, or I'm broke, or rich people are lucky? These phrases might seem harmless, but they're programming your subconscious mind to maintain patterns of limitation and struggle. Your subconscious mind doesn't understand that you're just making casual conversation. It takes every word seriously and works to make your statements true. When you say, I can't afford it, you're training your mind to look for reasons why things are out of reach rather than looking for ways to create what you want. When you say, I'm broke, you're affirming a state of lack and limitation. When you say rich people are lucky, you're telling yourself that wealth happens to other people, but not to you. The language of abundance sounds completely different. Instead of, I can't afford it, you might say, I'm choosing to spend my money elsewhere right now, or I'm creating the money for that. Instead of, I'm broke, you might say, I'm building my wealth, or money is flowing to me now. Instead of, rich people are lucky, you might say, wealth is available to everyone, or I'm attracting abundance into my life. These small changes in language might seem insignificant, but they create profound shifts in your energy and expectations. When you speak the language of abundance, you train your mind to look for opportunities, possibilities, and solutions. You program your subconscious to expect prosperity rather than struggle. You align your words with your desires rather than your fears. Start paying attention to your money conversations throughout the day. Notice how often you speak about what you can't do, don't have, or can't afford. Gently catch yourself and choose different words. This isn't about pretending you have money you don't have. This is about speaking in ways that support your movement toward prosperity rather than reinforcing limitation. Here are some powerful statements you can begin using to reprogram your relationship with money. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I am a magnet for financial abundance. I deserve to prosper, and I do prosper. Wealth is my natural state of being. I attract money through love and joy. I am worthy of receiving unlimited abundance. Money is my friend and ally. I trust the universe to provide for all my needs and desires. These aren't just pretty words to repeat. These are tools for reshaping your consciousness. When you speak these statements with feeling and conviction, you're creating new neural pathways in your brain. You're training your mind to expect abundance rather than lack. You're aligning your inner dialogue with your highest possibilities. The key is to say these statements when you can feel them, even just a little bit. Don't worry if you don't believe them completely at first. Start where you are. If you can't feel, I deserve unlimited abundance, start with, I'm learning to believe I deserve good things. If money flows to me easily feels too big, try, I'm open to receiving more money in my life. Meet yourself where you are and gradually stretch into bigger possibilities. Practice these abundance statements in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes and speak to yourself with love and conviction. Your subconscious mind responds powerfully to mirror work because it feels personal and direct. When you can look at yourself and say, I am worthy of financial abundance with genuine feeling, you're creating a powerful shift in your energy and your reality. Now let's explore one of the most powerful tools for creating financial abundance, the ability to see and feel your prosperity before it appears in your physical reality. Your imagination is not just a tool for entertainment or creativity. Your imagination is a direct line to the field of infinite possibilities. When you can picture something clearly and feel it emotionally, you're setting powerful forces in motion to bring that experience into your life. The key to effective visualization isn't just seeing mental pictures. The key is engaging all your senses and emotions to make the experience feel real in your body. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and an actual experience. When you can make your visualization feel real, your subconscious mind begins working to make it actual. Let's create a powerful visualization together. Find a comfortable position and allow your body to relax completely. Take several deep breaths and let any tension melt away. Now begin to see yourself living with complete financial abundance. See yourself in a beautiful home that reflects your personality and style. Notice the details. What does the space look like? How does the light come through the windows? What colors and textures surround you? See yourself checking your bank account and feeling deep satisfaction and gratitude for the abundance that's there. Feel the peace that comes from knowing all your needs are met and you have plenty to share with others. See yourself being generous with people you love, contributing to causes you care about, and having the freedom to follow your passions without worrying about money. Feel the emotions of this reality. Feel the relief of financial security. Feel the joy of being able to say yes to opportunities and experiences you desire. Feel the satisfaction of knowing you can take care of yourself and your loved ones beautifully. Feel the excitement of having resources to pursue your dreams and make a positive impact in the world. As you continue to visualize, notice how this abundance affects every area of your life. See how financial freedom allows you to be more creative, more generous, more relaxed, and more fully yourself. Notice how prosperity supports your health, your relationships, and your ability to serve others. Feel how good it feels to be prosperous and to know that your prosperity blesses everyone around you. The most important part of this visualization is cultivating genuine gratitude for this abundance as if it's already real. Don't wait for the money to appear to feel grateful. Feel grateful now, in this moment, for the prosperity that's flowing to you. This gratitude is the magnet that draws your visualization into physical reality. When you can feel truly thankful for abundance before you see it, you align yourself with the frequency of wealth. Practice this visualization daily, preferably at the same time each day, so it becomes a ritual. Some people prefer morning visualization to set the energy for their day. Others prefer evening visualization to program their subconscious mind while they sleep. Choose whatever feels right for you and be consistent. The more often you visit this abundant reality in your imagination, the more natural and inevitable it becomes. As you practice visualization, you might notice resistance or disbelief arising. This is completely normal. Your logical mind might say things like, "This is just fantasy," or "Nothing will change just from imagining." Thank your mind for trying to protect you and gently return to your visualization. Remember that everything in your physical reality was once imagined by someone. Every invention, every building, every work of art existed first in someone's imagination. Your abundant future is real in the realm of possibility, and your visualization is the bridge that brings it into manifestation. Visualization and feeling are powerful, but they must be paired with inspired action to create real change in your physical world. This is where many people get stuck. They do the inner work, they visualize, they affirm, but then they wait for abundance to magically appear without taking any steps toward it. The universe wants to support you, but you must meet it halfway. You must be willing to act on the opportunities and ideas that come to you. Inspired action feels different from desperate action or forced action. When you're taking inspired action, it feels natural and exciting, even if it also feels a little scary. Inspired action comes from intuition rather than fear. It comes from expansion rather than contraction. When an idea or opportunity feels aligned with your highest good, even if you can't see exactly how it will lead to abundance, that's usually inspiration calling you forward. The key is learning to distinguish between inspired action and action that comes from panic or impatience. When you're feeling desperate about money, you might find yourself grabbing at any opportunity that promises quick results. This kind of action usually doesn't serve you well because it's coming from fear rather than wisdom. Inspired action feels calm and clear, even when it requires courage to take the step. Start paying attention to the ideas that come to you throughout your day. Maybe you have an idea for a creative project, or you feel called to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, or you notice an opportunity that intrigues you. These seemingly random ideas might be the universe's way of guiding you toward your abundance. When something feels exciting and expansive, even if it doesn't make logical sense, consider taking action on it. Building confidence in your financial decision-making is crucial for attracting and maintaining wealth. Many people sabotage their financial success because they don't trust themselves to make good choices with money. They're afraid of making mistakes, so they avoid making decisions altogether. But avoiding decisions is also a decision, and it's usually a decision that keeps you stuck where you are. Start making small financial decisions with confidence and awareness. Pay attention to how different choices feel in your body. Does this purchase feel expansive or contractive? Does this investment opportunity excite you or create anxiety? Your body's wisdom is often more accurate than your mind's analysis. When you practice trusting your intuition with small financial decisions, you build the confidence to trust yourself with larger ones. Every day, look for at least one small action you can take that moves you in the direction of greater abundance. This might be updating your resume, researching an investment opportunity, having a conversation about money with someone you trust, or simply organizing your financial papers. Small, consistent actions compound over time and create momentum toward your goals. Remember that opportunities often come disguised as challenges or extra work. The universe might present you with exactly what you've been asking for, but it might not look the way you expected. Stay open to possibilities that come in unexpected packages. The job offer that requires you to learn new skills, the business opportunity that feels bigger than you're ready for, the invitation to collaborate with someone outside your usual circle. These might all be the universe's way of expanding your capacity to receive abundance. One of the most important aspects of creating lasting abundance is learning to trust the universe's timing and process. This doesn't mean becoming passive or giving up on your desires. It means holding your intentions clearly while remaining flexible about how and when they manifest. It means staying open to receiving abundance in ways you might not have considered. Many people struggle with abundance because they're attached to specific outcomes and timelines. They want exactly this amount of money by exactly this date through exactly this method. This kind of rigid thinking actually blocks the flow of abundance because it limits the ways the universe can deliver your good. The universe might have something even better in mind for you, but you'll miss it if you're fixated on your original plan. True prosperity consciousness includes the wisdom to surrender your desires to divine timing. This doesn't mean you stop taking action or lose your enthusiasm. It means you do your part with love and dedication while trusting that the universe is orchestrating the perfect conditions for your success. Sometimes delays happen because you need more preparation, or because certain people need to come into your life first, or because conditions need to align in ways you can't see yet. When you're in a period of waiting or uncertainty about money, use that time to deepen your abundance consciousness rather than worrying or trying to force outcomes. Continue your inner work, practice gratitude for what you have, and stay alert for opportunities and inspiration. Trust that everything is unfolding in perfect divine order, even when it doesn't feel that way to your human perspective. Faith is required to create any significant change in your life, and this is especially true with money. You'll need faith to believe that abundance is possible for you, even when your current circumstances suggest otherwise. You'll need faith to take inspired action, even when you can't see how it will lead to your desired outcome. You'll need faith to keep practicing abundance consciousness, even when results seem slow in coming. Faith isn't blind belief or wishful thinking. Faith is choosing to trust in the goodness and abundance of life even when you can't see the whole picture. Faith is remembering that countless people before you have transformed their financial situations, and if it's possible for them, it's possible for you too. Faith is staying connected to the feeling of abundance even when external evidence suggests scarcity. When doubt arises, as it will, don't fight it or judge yourself for having it. Simply acknowledge the doubt and then choose to return your attention to what you want to create. Doubt is just old programming trying to keep you safe by keeping you small. Thank it for its concern and then consciously choose thoughts that support your abundance instead. Creating sustainable abundance requires daily practices that keep you aligned with prosperity consciousness. Just as you brush your teeth every day to maintain oral health, you need daily practices to maintain abundance consciousness. These practices help you stay connected to the feeling of prosperity regardless of external circumstances. Begin each morning with a few minutes of abundance appreciation. Before you get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. These can be simple things like having a comfortable bed, clean water to drink, or people who love you. Starting your day with gratitude immediately aligns your energy with abundance and sets a positive tone for everything that follows. Throughout your day, practice noticing and appreciating abundance wherever you see it. When you're in a beautiful building, appreciate the abundance of resources that created it. When you see someone driving a nice car, appreciate their prosperity rather than comparing or judging. When you're in a grocery store full of food, appreciate the abundance of choices and resources available. This practice trains your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Evening reflection is just as important as morning appreciation. Before you go to sleep, review your day and notice any moments when you felt abundant, grateful, or prosperous. Also notice any moments when you fell into scarcity thinking and gently forgive yourself for those lapses. End your day by setting intentions for tomorrow and expressing gratitude for the abundance that's flowing into your life. Mirror work is particularly powerful for building financial confidence. Look into your own eyes in the mirror and practice saying positive statements about money and abundance. Start with simple statements that feel believable, like, I am learning to love and accept myself, or I am open to receiving good things. Gradually work up to stronger statements like, I am worthy of financial abundance, and money flows to me easily and naturally. Create abundance anchors throughout your day. These are small rituals or objects that remind you of your prosperity consciousness. You might carry a coin in your pocket and touch it while affirming your abundance. You might set a timer to go off every few hours as a reminder to check in with your thoughts about money. You might put sticky notes with abundance affirmations in places where you'll see them regularly. The most important practice is staying conscious of your thoughts and energy around money throughout the day. When you notice yourself slipping into worry or scarcity thinking, gently redirect your attention to abundance and possibility. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist or avoiding practical financial planning. It's about approaching your financial life from a foundation of abundance rather than fear. As we come to the completion of our time together, I want you to see yourself not as someone who is trying to become wealthy, but as someone who is remembering their natural state of abundance. You're not adding something foreign to yourself. You're simply removing the barriers that have been blocking the flow of prosperity that's always been meant for you. The journey to financial abundance isn't just about accumulating money. It's about becoming the kind of person who can receive, manage, and share wealth in ways that bless everyone involved. It's about developing the consciousness that can handle prosperity with wisdom and grace. It's about healing your relationship with money so that it becomes a tool for love and service rather than a source of stress and struggle. Every day from now on, you have the opportunity to choose abundance over scarcity, love over fear, possibility over limitation. These choices might seem small in the moment, but they accumulate over time to create profound transformation in your life. Each time you choose an abundant thought over a fearful one, you're building new neural pathways in your brain. Each time you choose to trust rather than worry, you're strengthening your abundance muscle. Your wealthy future self is not someone you need to become. Your wealthy future self is who you already are underneath all the conditioning and limiting beliefs. That person has always been there, waiting for you to recognize and claim your birthright to abundance. That person is wise, generous, confident, and deeply connected to the flow of universal prosperity. Start living as that person now. Make decisions from that person's perspective. Treat yourself with the love and respect that person deserves. Speak to yourself with the kindness that person would receive. When you align with your wealthy future self in consciousness, the external manifestation becomes natural and inevitable. The universe is conspiring in your favor right now. Everything you need for your complete financial abundance already exists. The money exists, the opportunities exist, the people who can help you exist, the solutions to any challenges exist. Your job is simply to become a vibrational match for what you desire by aligning your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions with abundance rather than lack. I believe in your success with complete faith and certainty. I see your abundance as not just possible but inevitable because you are a beloved child of an abundant universe. You were born to prosper. You were born to experience joy, freedom, and financial security. You were born to share your gifts generously and to live without the limitation and struggle that scarcity consciousness creates. Take these tools and use them daily. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you reprogram lifelong patterns. Celebrate small improvements and trust that consistent practice will create profound results. Most importantly, remember that you are loved beyond measure and supported by forces greater than you can imagine. Your abundant life is waiting for you to claim it. The universe is ready to shower you with blessings the moment you're ready to receive them. Open your heart, trust the process, and allow yourself to be amazed by how quickly your life can transform when you align with the truth of who you really are. You are worthy of abundance. You are deserving of prosperity. You are meant to thrive, and so it is.